Glad to have you with us on this Thursday. I went back, I double-checked, checked my math, and I don't know what kind of solace you can have in tonight's forecast after last night's call for a beautiful, mostly sunny and dry day today that was pretty much anything but. In all reality, some of you actually might have enjoyed a dry, sunny day. Your neighbor literally may not have. It's been an entirely hit-and-miss situation with showers and storms today. Mostly showers, but literally, on my way to Johnson County earlier today, blue skies in front of me, blue skies in the rearview mirror, directly under a significant little shower and a downpour for a brief time, and it's been on and off throughout most of the afternoon. We'll talk about some continuing showers possible this evening, and we'll see how true to the forecast will be over the next couple of days when I get to that part of the program in just a few moments. And of course, we're still talking about a weekend that's getting here a little quicker than usual since most everyone had the day off, and a lot of folks very anxious looking towards this one, as they always are. I still can tell you, though, Saturday's not going to be a good day to make any outdoor plans whatsoever. We'll talk about your Friday night football forecast, though, in hopes of drying up for the latter half of your weekend in just a few moments. We've got a couple of headlines tonight. One on the heels of I referred to it as a rant last evening, but a few remarks I made, a little bit of irony there. A couple of projects that have been made public to us today on behalf of the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. One that you'll want to slow down for on the Mountain Parkway in addition to an ongoing project already. And the other one, well, more importantly, is going to be another big boost to the area as far as tourism goes. I'll tell you what I can in just a few moments, and only a couple of other reports before we get to that and some other headlines. I've learned today that there are a dozen states, 12 across the nation, states whose people and economies depend on coal. And they have joined together and sued the EPA to try to stop proposed rules designed to cut greenhouse gases from existing coal-fired power plants. And, of course, this will have an effect on Kentucky. The filing, the first from a coalition of states, as I understand, comes on the heels of a lawsuit filed by the country's largest privately held mining company, that being Murray Energy. The states filed their case a couple of weeks ago, I have learned, the same day the EPA was holding public hearings across the nation in several different cities and locales. The two lawsuits are the first in what is likely to be a long and drawn-out legal battle as the coal industry and the allies politically that it has seek weak spots in the EPA's interpretation, as it's being called, of an untested section of the Clean Air Act, on which the proposed rule change is all based and centered around. Now, Kentucky is one of those 12 states, and Kentucky joined Alabama and Indiana and Kansas, Louisiana, Nebraska, Ohio, and Oklahoma, South Dakota, South Carolina, West Virginia, and Wyoming. The plaintiffs say the EPA has entered into a settlement agreement, as it did back in 2011, with environmental groups and states allied with them to regulate existing coal-fired utilities under a specific section of the Clean Air Act, which is the basis for the rules of the Obama administration proposed in June. The plaintiffs argue that the settlement and subsequent regulations are illegal because power plant emissions are regulated under a different part entirely of the Clean Air Act. And while the EPA has declined to comment on the suit that has been filed on behalf of those 12 individual states, it has also, though, chose to address some claims by a company that says that other critics that says that the rule would kill the coal industry. The only official statement from the EPA says the Clean Power Plan proposal provides each state with enormous flexibility in determining how to meet its pollution reduction goals and does not mandate the retirement of any coal plants. But others argue that that is exactly the effect that it's going to have. Well, turning to our state government, making it the 5th state in the nation to have such a policy now in effect, or that's going to be in effect. Kentucky's Governor Beshear earlier today made the official announcement that the state of Kentucky will ban the use of tobacco products, cigarettes, chewing tobacco, including e-cigarettes as well, on most all state property. Now, this will take effect officially on November the 20th, which is also the annual day of the Great American Smokeout. What does it mean? Well, employees as well as those visiting those grounds cannot chew tobacco or smoke cigarettes, and that includes the e-cigarettes in state-owned buildings, state-owned vehicles, or on any state-owned property. There are a few exceptions, but parking lots, sidewalks, and green space under the control of the executive branch of government are not exceptions, mind you. It affects about 3,000 state-owned buildings, millions, nearly 30 million square feet of structures, and I think another 600 structures that are rented by one or other portions of the state government. Now, what I do know, there are some exceptions, and those will be state parks: the Kentucky State Horse Park, Kentucky State Fairgrounds, Bluegrass Station, wildlife management areas across the Commonwealth as well. Rest areas will also be exceptions. Military affairs, training centers, and armories also exceptions, and some residential health centers also will fall under the exception rule. Now, it does not apply to state universities, but a lot of universities have already followed suit, so to speak. Most all universities across the state of Kentucky, with the exception of Western and Murray State universities, already have some form, if not a complete ban, of tobacco products in place. Now, the other states, the four before Kentucky, which have done so: Oregon, South Dakota, Oklahoma, and Delaware. Well, a couple of projects that I have to tell you about tonight. The first of which is another repair project on the Mountain Parkway, one right around the Morgan-Magoffin County line, still ongoing, still reducing traffic to a one-lane only thoroughfare, as there is a red light in that particular area. And now another bridge repair project a little farther to the west is also going to reduce traffic to one lane and slow traffic in that area, and that, of course, is going to affect a lot of commuters. This starts tomorrow, so travelers beware. The 32-mile marker westbound on the Mountain Parkway puts it 43 miles out of Sagersville, 10 miles from Stanton in Powell County. Repairs to the westbound lane span carrying the Mountain Parkway over the middle fork of the Red River near mile marker 32 is exactly where it's going to happen, just beyond exit 33 there at Slade. Starts tomorrow. They're going to put up some barrier walls over the bridge, or on the bridge, resulting in traffic being reduced to a single lane, and it's going to take about 30 days for this work to be finished. During the work, the bridge is going to be restricted to vehicles less than 12 feet in width. Vehicles wider than that will have to find an alternate route around the work zone. The recommended wide-load detour is Kentucky 11 and Kentucky 15 north between exit 33 and Stanton, and then 213 south to re-enter the Mountain Parkway at exit 22 at Stanton. Eastbound traffic is not going to be affected by the project, but if you go west, you got to come back east, or vice versa. The other project that I've got to tell you about, actually there's several other projects that were released today, made public by District 10, but one of them specifically is nearly $1.5 million and greatly impacts Kentucky, Magoffin County, and Johnson County, and tourism here at home. I'll tell you about that with other headlines right after these words.
There's an unlimited selection of new and pre-owned vehicles right at your fingertips, with 9 acres of inventory and 7 different franchises, all at one location. Hutch, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Call Chevy, Buick, and GMC at 297-4066 or Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram at 297-5066. Where selection, satisfaction, and service after you're sold are all guaranteed.
With a low-rate mortgage from Citizens National Bank, you can downsize your mortgage payment, not your home. New home or refi, Citizens gives you the personal service you deserve. And no gotcha fine print. Just low rates. Stop by your nearest branch to apply today. Citizens National Bank. We take banking personally. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Got company coming? Looking to visit Sagersville and family, or just get away? Then come stay with us in one of 2 newly restored and uniquely appointed lofts over downtown, filled with history throughout. With a luxurious touch, king beds, free Wi-Fi, HD TV, and enough comfort to sleep 1 to 10 guests, book your stay at the Mortimer Lofts by emailing toreachsue@yahoo.com, find them on Facebook, or call 349-3299. Wheel alignments, oil changes, brakes, suspension work, and tires. Thousands of tires by all the major manufacturers, all in stock and at incomparable prices. All backed with 33 years of service and experience, the area's largest tire selection, and 6 months no interest at Conley's in Paintsville. Spend less time waiting or in line for your prescriptions or refills and get the care you need with the quality and convenience that matters most at Parkway Pharmacy, your exclusive provider of the finest in vitamins and supplements by Windmill Vitamins. Come in or drive through 8:30 till 6:30 Monday through Friday or call Parkway Pharmacy 349-4400.
Remember when they invented the peanut butter cup? Bringing peanut butter and chocolate together. Pure genius. Well, the Sonom Enduro has done the same thing for wireless. Right now at Appalachian Wireless, you'll find the tough, dependable Sonom Enduro. This flip phone is great for the job or weekend warrior, but you can also access the internet and take great pictures with a 2-megapixel camera. Get it now, the best of both worlds, just like the peanut butter cup. Appalachian Wireless. Better service, bigger savings.
If you have been in a serious wreck, do you really think that you are in good hands of the insurance companies when you have lost wages, medical bills, and pain and suffering from your head to your toes? The answer is no. If you want to truly be in good hands, give me a call. I'm attorney Donald Wayne McFarland. Let me put my 20 years of experience in working to protect the rights of injured people to work for you. 349-9000.
Well, it wasn't the greatest of days to get the camera out and get the bike out and go hit the Dawkins Trail. I've actually got a GoPro just mounted to my handlebars and I'm looking forward to using that. But today wasn't the day to try it out. I'd already been caught in more than one downpour already. So we'll go back and look at just some footage of the ribbon-cutting ceremony dedicating the first phase of the Dawkins Trail project, as I tell you about $1.5 million or near to it that has now been allocated for phase 2.
This was June of last year, the ribbon-cutting ceremony dedicating the first phase of the Dawkins Trail, 18 miles, I believe. Once completed, the largest rail trail of its kind in the state of Kentucky. Well, it's grown quite popular then and still offers great promise for tourism in the future. There's been a big question looming. When will we see the second phase completed, one that will have maybe even more to offer than the first? Well, here is at least part of what we've been waiting for. The Transportation Cabinet has awarded contracts for 9 projects in District 10. One of them is about a $25,000 project to install some guardrail on Kentucky 1081 in Magoffin County. The biggest of the projects, though, is $1.475 million to construct Phase 2 of the Dawkins Lines Trail, the Dawkins Trail from Royalton to near Carver, the tunnel in Magoffin County, along with trailhead amenities near Royalton and near Hager Hill in Johnson County. Now, these are, once again, contracts which have been awarded, and this means that it's well underway with completion already set for the date of May the 30th. Now, any time that you really want to learn a little bit more about the Dawkins Trail, keep up or maybe keep informed with anything that's going on with the trail, sometimes some trouble spots develop or just seeing some neat pictures, well, go to Facebook, Friends of the Dawkins Line. They're on there, and it's there that you can go and keep up with and be a part of the movement to help support the Dawkins Trail. They had posted there just when I checked a few moments ago. They already knew about the second phase construction project, and it's always neat to see who's been on the trail and what they have posted as of late. Friends of the Dawkins Line, that is, on Facebook, where you can go to keep up to date with them. Or you can, of course, also take to the trail to find out for yourself. But Phase 2, the second half of the Dawkins Trail, to be completed by May the 30th. More headlines in a moment. Right now, let's switch on over to tonight's Magoffin Farm Bureau-sponsored community calendar and see what's happening. Bet it starts with a birthday. And it goes out to Anna Rao Carpenter. And Anna, it comes in from mom and dad, brother and sister, nieces and nephews, as well as another phone in from Bubby and Addison. A very happy birthday wish tonight. A bunch of birthday wishes, mind you, to Anna Rao Carpenter. Now, I would stop short of saying that I've got a herd of pet and animal announcements, but I've got several. I've got missing a female black horse. I think she's blind in the right eye, wearing a blue halter, missing from the Mash Fork area Monday night, Tuesday morning of this week, and these are some numbers you can call. If you can help them find their animal, they would greatly appreciate it. 349-2864 or 205-7543. A female black horse, blue halter, from the Mash Fork area sometime Monday night, Tuesday morning. And I've got a found. This is a small dog that was found in the Sayersville area Sunday afternoon, and they have been keeping it safe, hoping to return it to its home. 349-7166. 349-7166. And this guy showed up at a residence on New 460. He's got a collar. I think it's kind of orange. It's got a broken tab on it as well, but no name. And he's obviously somebody's pet and looks a little sad, even though he's being fed well. But he's at a residence on New 460. I've got a phone number for you. If this is your pet or knows who he belongs, or if you know who he belongs to, 349-3148. That is a daytime number, 3148. If you're seeing this now, call us at the newsroom. We'll relay the message to them. A reminder, you can donate blood, save a life, maybe even 2 or 3 with as much as just 1 pint. The McGoffin County Blood Drive is set for tomorrow, 12:30 till 5:30 in the Hardin Medical Plaza. And a reminder, everyone gets a free T-shirt for donating, and you could be entered to win a 2014 Toyota Corolla for saving a life. It's a win-win. Win-win-win, actually. The Bow Hunters education class that is free, mind you, is this Saturday at the Extension office in Sagersville. You can still register. It's for anyone 9 years of age or older, but you need to call tomorrow, 349-3216. The Kearney Free Will Baptist Church is picking and a grinning, and they're going to do it this Saturday at 7, and Pastor Butch Whitaker and everyone invites you to come on over to Kearney Free Will Baptist. And I've also got another big musical event, this one on behalf of the Landmark Christian Church. Along with Kenneth Prater, their pastor, inviting you to a big day of gospel music this Saturday over at the Henry Stumbo Park in Allen. Starts at 11 o'clock that morning. A long, long list of gospel entertainers. Free. It is absolutely free. It is a fundraiser, so donations greatly appreciated. But they're going to have a bake sale on site, bring a lawn chair, bring a blanket, and to my knowledge, this is a rain or shine event. I have not been informed otherwise. I know there's some rain in the forecast on Saturday. So if anyone is listening to this and wants to call me and let me know of any changes, I'd be glad to add them tomorrow. For now, I'd like to add your birthday or anniversary or your organization or group's announcement to the community calendar. Here's how you get it on the program. This Thursday's funeral service announcements are on behalf of the McGoffin County Funeral Home, as always, and in honor for the first announcement of 69-year-old Vera Lou Russell. Services to be held in the morning. Russell of West Liberty passed away on Monday, preceded in death by her husband Joe and a son Billy Joe. She's survived by a son Maurice Russell and daughters Laura Jordan, Sandra Watson, Lola Helton, and Heather O'Hara. Services have been set for tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, and that is from the Sagersville Funeral Home. Once again in honor of Vera Lou Howard Russell. 47-year-old Milburn Harrison Howard of Elk Creek Road passed away on Tuesday, the son of the late Paul Ray Howard and Barbara Nestor. He's survived by his wife, Jessica, sons Milburn Harrison Jr., Zachary Howard, and daughters Taisha Michelle, Jessica Howard, and Barbara Arthur. Visitation is this evening, all day tomorrow, and until services. Once again, they start Saturday at 1, all of which from the Bradley Free Will Baptist Church. Burial follows services at the Reisner Cemetery on Johnson Fork, with the McGoffin County Funeral Home in charge of all said arrangements. Livers or gizzards, gizzards or livers, or you can have both, and you can have them any day of the week, or you can have them for under $5 when they're Friday special at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. On Fridays, get a liver or gizzard or liver and gizzard dinner for only $4.59, $3.99 after 4 o'clock. Only at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. It's an ages-old battle that rages on. Apple or pumpkin? And now you can decide which pie makes the best blizzard treat. Taste them both for a limited time at your Sagersville DQ, home of the $3 breakfast and the $5 lunch, and where breakfast is served hot Monday through Thursday, 6 till 11, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until noon, and where everything else is served all day, every day. Your Sagersville Dairy Queen. Regardless of where you want to ride, you can be riding on a brand new Kawasaki or Polaris for less at M&M Power Sports in Staffordsville. New Kawasaki's for the dirt, the street, or both, and ATVs and side-by-sides for every stage of enthusiasts to fish, hunt, haul, or play. And with rebates up to $1,300 and financing as low as 3.99%, it's never been easier to ride it, buy it, and start your next adventure at Kentucky's Power Sports Authority since 1964, M&M Power Sports. Save big at Premier Auto, an 02 Hyundai Sonata, only $37.50. An 07 Pontiac G5, only $39.50. And an 09 Buick LaCrosse, just $99.50. An 06 Rhino, only 1,200 miles, just $69.50. And 100 miles per gallon, no driver's license, and no insurance needed. New scooters cut $500 to just $9.95 at Premier Auto in Paintsville. Get ready, baby, or get baby ready with a simply adorable selection at the seasonal shop with bibs and blankets and bags, onesies and jammies, the cutest of outfits and matching accessories for thing 1, thing 2, or thing 3. Hooded bath towels by Zucchini, bubble bath paints, blocks, bears, puzzles, picture frames, and shelves and shelves and shelves more. Find an absolutely perfect gift for the most precious of gifts at Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop in downtown Salyersville.
At the end of every race, Mark Martin hangs up his driving gloves. He hangs up his fire suit. And he hangs up his helmet. Which is why he picks up his phone and opens the ER Extra app. The app shows ER Extra wait times, locations, and more. It's the one safeguard Mark Martin is never without. ER Extra at Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Salyersville National lets you go mobile with their new banking app. That's right, you can view your account and balance, transfer money, pay bills, and yes, deposit checks right from your phone from wherever you are. Just download the Salyersville National Bank app on your Android, iPad, iPhone, or other device. Any phone that can connect to the internet has the capability, and you can start saving time and money today with Salyersville National Bank's new mobile app. Wherever you are, we're there for you at Salyersville National Bank.
Well, I was covering a couple of reports last evening, as many often are, drug-related. And I went on and I referred to it as a bit of a rant yesterday. That might be a little harsh. Maybe not. I don't know. But I voiced my frustration over the past just week alone. This is not a new situation. This has been a part of life now for longer than you and I or anyone else care to admit. But just in the past couple of days, we had a situation at one of the local businesses in Salyersville, Lee's Famous Recipe, actually, where police were called after two individuals, driver and a passenger, were literally passed out behind the wheel and in the passenger seat in the drive-thru. Not the first time. Sadly, not the last, as I'm about to prove as well. I had gone in a couple of businesses, either to pay for gas or milk or something of that nature over the past couple of days, early in the day sometimes, maybe noon, maybe late at night. And on more than one occasion this past week, had to stand in line behind someone who was so obviously under the influence of drugs that they just literally had a hard time speaking and making change. It was a bit of a rant, and I'm sure it did very little good for anything except for maybe relieving a little pressure for myself. But on the heels of that, I did get a phone call earlier today, and it led me to place a phone call to Chief of Police Matthew Watson, who had made an arrest earlier today related to an individual in a drive-thru who he had received a complaint of being under the influence behind the wheel at a local pharmacy trying to buy syringes. He was able to make a traffic stop. He also found some pills and made an arrest of a Virginia woman.
Officer Watson tells me he responded to the complaint at the local Rite Aid. Someone was in the drive-thru. Behind the wheel was this woman, a Pamela Crabtree, trying to buy syringes at the pharmacy, which she says pharmacies are not allowed to legally sell. He pulled into the parking lot and waited for the vehicle to exit. Once it pulled out of the drive-thru, he made a traffic stop behind it in a parking lot, and then he started to question the driver and asked her to remove herself from the vehicle. She refused consent to search the pickup truck, claiming that it was her husband's and she was unaware of what was in there. However, just a moment later, the passenger got out, came over, and then started talking to Watson, he says. He believes maybe in an attempt to distract him. He wasn't quite sure, but while he was talking to the passenger, he did notice the driver drop something in between the seats of the pickup truck. It was a bag that he discovered just a moment later. Inside that bag, 15 Klonopin and a portion of a Suboxone strip. The driver was then charged, that being Pamela Denise Crabtree of Virginia, with 2 counts of possession for Suboxone and for the Klonopin, tampering with physical evidence, and possession of drug paraphernalia. 2 of these charges are felonies. That's where the passenger, he says that after Further inspection and investigation and field sobriety test. The passenger was not under the influence. There was a warrant for the passenger out of Virginia, but the state of Virginia chose not to extradite, so the vehicle was towed. The passenger was allowed to go on her or his way. And we're wrapping up the show. On their way out are showers and thunderstorms that were not in the forecast for today, but man, did they make their presence known. No severe weather, but you just couldn't. You could maybe stand in one place and either be under a shower most of the day or not at all. But if you moved, you were going to see some sun and you were going to see some showers because it was just a hit-and-miss scenario across most all of the viewing area. Light showers winding down and starting to clear out for the remainder of the evening. But don't get too used to it. Oh, we've got more rain and more cool fall-like temperatures around the corner. I'll get there slowly but surely. Started off at 67 this morning. Hit 87 degrees for a daytime high here at the newsroom. As far as rainfall, less than a quarter of an inch here at the newsroom. Some other places saw less, some saw more. 66 for your nighttime low. We've still got partly cloudy skies and a chance of some showers and thunderstorms. And you've seen the radar, you know that a few showers. Don't see any storms in the picture. And showers are starting to wane. Setting us up for a Friday that looks to be, well, maybe dry at the onset. We've got a 30% chance of some showers and thunderstorms right now. The window between 4 and 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now look for that fog tonight, lingering into your morning, but I think we'll see mostly sunny skies tomorrow. And then as the afternoon and evening progresses, a chance, not a great one, but a chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Friday night football might need an umbrella, but I think it will get through as far as the game. Maybe a delay or two, but we'll have to wait and see. That depends on the lightning. Now for your weekend. We've got a cold front moving in, and with it, just a dreary day on your Saturday. Let me back that up. I'm talking a little slower than my video is rolling. Saturday's going to be mostly cloudy. It's going to be right around 81. The cold front's going to drop temperatures and then drop some showers and storms on us as well. It's going to be a rain event most of the day. Not all day, but the most part. It's going to be a wet one for the first half of your weekend on Saturday. The severe weather threat, really not to speak of right now. Some good thunderstorms, certainly in the realm of possibility, and more than likely going to happen. Sunday will start to dry off. We'll be under cooler conditions. Mid-70s for Sunday. Partly sunny, a low of 57. Very fallish. And partly cloudy skies during the evening. We'll start off next week, Monday, just barely hanging on to the 70s. Partly sunny. 20% chance of some showers and storms. A low of 61. Tuesday, we'll get into about 82 for our daytime high. 64 for a low. Still a threat of some showers and thunderstorms to the tune of 40%. We've got another system rolling in by Wednesday, and I think more specifically into your Thursday. When we go back to the 70s, we see more rain possibly and more fall-like temperatures. I'm not saying summer is over, just for now. And also, over just for now, is the show. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you join us tomorrow. I have plans to go to the pumpkin patch in the morning. I hope that works out. We'll make a phone call right now. And hope to see you back here tomorrow night for that and some other news. Until then, good night.